Thanks very much, Dr. Schrag. Next, I'm pleased to introduce Dr. Cal Gutkin, Executive Director and Chief Executive Officer of the College of Family Physicians of Canada.
Merci, Patrick. Richard, Mesdames et Messieurs, it's always great to be able to be part of this session and sitting and listening to what has been said. I was in another session for the first part, but I know the stories, I've read the stories, and it's wonderful to have them shared during our Family Medicine Forum. I was surprised to hear part of Rob's story, and certainly would assure you that it is a story that could be told by me as well with regard to the relationship with this year's president, and one that could be told over and over again, because relationship is really, just as Bill has talked about connectivity, it's relationships, and relationships are such an important part of family medicine. It's one of the principles of family medicine in terms of the doctor-patient relationship being at the core, at the center of all we do. And the relationships with peers, critically important. Our peer physicians, one to the other. Our peer colleagues in organizations like this. The relationship with our other health professionals. And all of these lead to stories. And we learned a few years ago through the benefit we had of our relationship with AMS that there was really a great potential for us to really build on this. We were focused at the time on how we could best recall the history and keep the history going of our discipline of family medicine in Canada. And the answer came that, yeah, we could do some properly carried out scientific reviews of the literature and try to document everything as best we could, which we do, but that the best way to really capture the history is through stories. And it was through initially the discussions with Bill Seidelman and then powerfully carried on in our ongoing dialogue with Bill Schrag and understanding AMS's commitment to history and narrative and learning more about it, and having Rob Waddell, who unfortunately couldn't be with us here today, but who was our president at the time, take a real interest in this and a real leadership in it, and he has chaired this committee that we've taken off in this regard. And I think that it is something we are committed to for a long time. This is going to be something that will become even more powerful in our college as we gather and the stories from all of our members, from their patients, from peers that our physicians work with, to build that story of family medicine, which is such an important part of the history of healthcare and really the history of Canada. So we are really indebted to you, Bill, and to AMS for working with us and supporting us with this. We're aware of this new project that AMS is now launching, the Phoenix Project as it's being called, and we're looking to developing some initiatives that we'll be able to work with AMS with regard to the Phoenix Project while carrying on with the core work we're doing in history and narrative. So we thank AMS and we thank all of you for continuing to be interested in what we're trying to do, because it is your story and it's all of our stories, and we're going to live this for a long time together, probably even for the youngest of you in the audience. We want this to go on well beyond all of our lives. This is going to be the story of family practice and family medicine. Thank you, AMS, and thank you to all of you. Congratulations to the award winners this year. Thank you, Rob, for doing this keynote and your very touching address. I have to say I was getting a little worried there when you included a story about me and then went into First Kiss. But it was, I was glad to see you shifted into another story at that time. But anyway, again, thank you very much and congratulations, and keep up the great work. So the awards are to be presented at this time officially, and Rob and Bill will be part of this presentation to our award recipients. So again, just to repeat, although I know it has happened earlier in the program, but the award recipients, Geneviève Lecuyer, Stephanie Perron, and Charlie Guiang. Congratulations. Please come around to accept your awards.
Donc, on vous remercie d'être venu ce matin. Thanks everybody for coming here. Je vous souhaite de continuer à être présent dans les années à venir. We will be very happy to see you next year. Meanwhile, continue to read, to write, and to reflect. Reflect. Continuez à lire, à réfléchir et à écrire sur la médecine de famille. Et il existe un petit carton, pour ceux qui s'intéressent, un site de l'AMS qui est Stories in Family Medicine. It's a place where stories are stored. You can go there and read a lot of stories, and they are organized by thematic. So you're welcome to see this website. Bye-bye, everybody.